Hey guys, Budget MTV here, and today I will be doing a bike check on my GT Aggressor Pro. And I got this bike in December of 2018, and since then I've upgraded a few things. And so the first thing I upgraded was the rear tire wore out pretty quickly, so I got this Continental Mountain King. I got it in a 2.2 for about 30 bucks on Amazon, and I've got one on the front also. The next thing I upgraded was I got these Fuker pedals off Amazon for about $22, and these are knockoff race face chesters, and they've held up. They're really grippy. They've held up pretty good so far. One thing I did notice was this bolt right here had come out, and so I had to take that off, and there was another nut on the inside right here that I had to tighten that down and then retighten that because there was some wiggle in the pedal, but it's fine now. I also upgraded to a 60mm stem, and I also have 780 bars. I bought these from my local bike shop. The bars are about $40 and the stem was $30, so a little bit more pricey, but you can get something similar, like some Ace Kit Jessicas and then like a Foam Tour Uno stem off of Amazon for about 40 bucks in total. So, but I decided to buy these since I had my bike shop near me and I could just go ahead and get them. The next thing I upgraded was I got these Bontrager trail grips. I forget exactly what they're called. I will put a link to everything in the description. I got these for $15 at REI, and they're fairly good. I'm not gonna say they're the best. Definitely better than the stock grips. I want to upgrade to either some probably ergons or some sort of foam grips in the future. And the last thing I've upgraded so far is I've got these Tektro Draco brakes that I got for about $50 for the pair. I think it was about $43 actually. They were on clearance on Chain Reaction Cycles, and I really like them. They're pretty nice. It's got a 180mm rotor in the front, and I did have to get, let me see, you see the bolts on the mount. I did have to get some from my local bike shop because it came with, let me see if you can see here. These bolts right here, I had to get them from my local bike shop because the brake set came with the mount, but it didn't have bolts for it. But luckily I got some of those for free. I also did have to get the rear brake hose cut down a lot because it was very long. Oop, let me prop this up better. All right, and you see the rear one here, I'm running a 160, so standard brakes, 180 in the front, 160 in the rear. I've also, my friend gave me his old BMX bike tire, and so I cut part of that off to use it as a chainstay protector because it was getting a little sticker that was on there wore out pretty fast, and so it was the part right here was getting beat up pretty bad. One thing to note, I did break my derailleur at around, like, I think I broke it around 300 miles. My derailleur hanger broke and got my derailleur twisted up, and since then I also just recently broke another derailleur hanger. I got two more off eBay for about 20 bucks. You can find some for about like $3, but they take like months to get here from China. But I'll probably pick up a couple of those eventually. So I also just had to replace my free hub because it broke and stopped working. And I also replaced the shift cable. But overall, that's everything I've upgraded so far. Some things I do want to upgrade in the future is the suspension, because these forks they're not the best, but they're not the worst. They're pretty much the lowest you can get on a mountain bike, but for a beginner they're nice, but they're heavy and just don't work all that well for how hard I'm riding on them. So I'm gonna upgrade to possibly a RockShox Judy Silver for, I think they're about 170 bucks. I also want to upgrade to a 1x because I don't really use all of these rings much, and I'm getting a lot of chain jump and whatnot, and so I want to remove my derailleur and my shifter and whatnot. I probably want to also eventually upgrade it to a 1x9. I'm going to use the Micro Shift Advent group set, and I think that's about $130. And the last thing I want to upgrade is my seat, and I also want to upgrade to a dropper seat post. So that is, sorry about the wind, that is all of my current upgrades and things I plan on upgrading in the future. So that's it for now, guys. See you on the trail.